Why did your family come to America, and what prompted you to leave your homeland at that time?
So I came from Belgium to the US in April of '87. And I came to the US on what they call a special immigration visa called H-1B, which is for people with special skills to be able to come and work in the US. So prior to that, I got all my education in Belgium. So I was about 28 when I came over. So I had my education in Belgium. I even started working in Belgium. But when I did my college was in business, and one of the things I wanted to do was kind of see different countries. And that's why I wanted to kind of come to the US as an opportunity just to explore new way of living. And that's how I came over in '87 with that special visa.
With whom did you travel, and could you describe that journey?
At that time, actually, I came over all by myself. All my family, all my friends, they all stayed in Belgium or live in Belgium. There was nobody that I knew here in the US. So when I came over, it was for a job that I accepted here in Atlanta, and just took the plane, came over, and that was it. And that's how we started living here in the US.
What did you feel would be the advantages to coming to America?
For me, from a professional perspective, I could have done the same thing in Belgium. I had probably the same opportunities in Belgium. If I look at my friends from college who graduated, they're all successful in Belgium. So it's not that I had to come here in order to be successful. I could have done that in Belgium too. It's just that I was interested in learning and kind of living in different countries. Ideally, way back when I was going to college, I thought I would spend some time in the US, some time in the Far East, and kind of become an international consultant. But I came to the US, liked it here a lot, got married, and I stayed then in the US. But from that angle, there was nothing special that said that I could have done also in Europe.
What challenges or disadvantages did you face coming to a new country?
One of the challenges is coming by myself is that, yeah, you're 20 years old, you build friends. Just like you've built friends in school, I built friends in my high school, my college, when I went to work. So those are different type of friends that I had developed, friendship that I developed over a number of years. So when I came over to the US, that's one thing that you kind of give up. If you think about it, '87, we didn't have internet, Skype, email, so the only way to keep in touch with people was through phone calls and letter writing, and you don't do that too often. So it's like, you know that you're going to leave a big part of your life behind when I came over to the US. The other thing was, in Belgium, they speak 3 languages. Flemish Dutch being one of them, French being one of them, and German. English is not one of the languages that we speak, but we are taught English in school. So coming to the US is, you come to a country where you have to speak a language that you've been taught in school, and the question is, are you going to survive and are you going to be able to express yourself in that language and in that country? So that's kind of the big unknown that kind of stepping into. So that was a big challenge coming over, saying, am I going to be able to do this or not? Or am I going to fail? So, but it was an interesting challenge.
What is the best memory you have about coming to America?
Interesting question. It's not that I would say one specific is the best memory. What I definitely enjoyed is the people I met here, the friends I made while I stayed here. And there were some interesting kind of stories or differences in culture by coming over here, like a little bit young maybe for you, but credit history is very important in the US. And when I came over from Belgium to the US, I had no credit history. That means I couldn't get a credit card. And as a consultant, I had to travel around a lot. So the first couple of months, I didn't have really a credit card, so I have to pay everything in cash. So it was very interesting to go to a hotel and pay your bill instead of with a credit card with $100 bills, because I was unknown in the US. I didn't get credit, so I had to establish my credit over time. So that was kind of an interesting thing. The other thing that I found coming to the US is that mobility. If you look at Belgium, it's the size of Maryland. And when I was working in Belgium, I stayed within Belgium. So it's a very small geographical area. When I came and worked in the US, based in Atlanta, I spent time in Miami, went to New York, went to San Francisco, went to some smaller cities in the Carolinas, but I was all over the place every week. Whereas in Belgium, I didn't have that experience. I grew up in Antwerp, Brussels. It's 15, 20, 30 miles difference. So you stayed very close together in Belgium. Here it's like nobody thought about twice jumping on a plane and going from Atlanta to San Francisco for a week and coming back on the weekend. So it's a different way of living.
What special possession did you bring from your former homeland, and why was it special to you?
Well, actually when I came over to the US, I came over with a suitcase of clothing and 3 boxes. And in the 3 boxes, I mainly brought over books that I'd bought over time and some vinyl records. And that's it. I didn't have anything special that, because I was relatively young still in Belgium, that I didn't acquire anything in Belgium that was for me worthwhile to bring over. So the only thing I brought over were records that I had and, as I said, the books that I bought when I was growing up. That's it.
Thank you for your time.